There is a violent friction inside you, and you have felt it your entire life. The friction between who you actually are and the version of you that exists in everyone else's mind. Your parents have a version of you. Your friends have a version of you. Your colleagues have a version of you. Your partner has a version of you. And not a single one of them has ever seen the real one. This is not a tragedy. This is the most important truth about what it means to be human. And once you truly understand it, nothing will ever make you feel misunderstood again. From the moment you were born, the world began building a version of you. Your parents saw a child who needed shaping. Your teachers saw a student who needed grading. Your peers saw someone to compare themselves against. And slowly, without anyone asking your permission, you began performing. Not because you were dishonest, but because every human being learns very early that certain versions of themselves are rewarded and certain versions are not. So you became a collection of performances. One for your family, one for your friends, one for work, one for strangers on the internet. And somewhere in the middle of all those performances, you forgot which one was real. Psychologists call this the social self, the version of you that exists specifically to navigate other people's expectations. It is not fake. It is not dishonest. It is simply incomplete. In quantum physics, there is a principle called the observer effect. The act of observing a particle changes the behavior of that particle. The same is true of human beings. The moment someone is watching you, you're no longer fully yourself. Not because you are performing deliberately, but because your nervous system knows that you are being perceived. And it adjusts. This means that every single person who knows you has only ever seen a modified version of you. A version shaped by their presence. A version influenced by what you needed from them. A version filtered through what you feared they would think. The philosopher Jean-Paul Sartre said that the gaze of another person is the most powerful force in human experience. Because the moment someone looks at you, you become an object in their world. You become their version of you, not yours. And here is the most uncomfortable part. Their version of you has almost nothing to do with who you actually are. It has everything to do with who they are. Their fears shape how they see you. Their insecurities shape how they judge you. Their past experiences shape what they expect from you. You are not being seen. You are being projected onto. So, where is the real you? It exists in the moments nobody sees. The thoughts you have at 3 a.m. that you would never say out loud. The version of you that exists in the silence between conversations. The self that watches your own performances and quietly knows that none of them are the whole story. The philosopher William James called this the I that knows itself, the observer within the observer, the part of you that has witnessed every version of yourself you have ever performed and remembers all of them. Carl Jung called it the self with a capital S, the totality of who you are beneath the persona you show the world. The part that contains your deepest fears, your truest desires, your most honest responses to life. The part that has never been fully expressed because no environment has ever felt safe enough to hold all of it. And this is the most important thing I want you to understand today. That private consciousness, that inner world that no one has ever fully witnessed, is not your burden. It is your sovereignty. Most people spend their entire lives trying to be understood, trying to make the version of themselves that exists in other people's minds match the version they know themselves to be, and they suffer for it because it is impossible. The version of you in someone else's mind is their creation. You cannot control it. You cannot correct it. You cannot make it more accurate no matter how much you explain yourself. But here is what you can do. You can stop needing it to be accurate. The Stoics understood this completely. Marcus Aurelius wrote privately in a journal he never intended anyone to read, that the opinion of others belongs entirely to them. It is not yours to carry. It is not yours to correct. It is not yours at all. What is yours is the private life of your own consciousness. The thoughts nobody hears. The values nobody grades. The person you are when absolutely no one is watching. That person is your only true reality. And the most liberating moment of your life will be the moment you stop asking the world to confirm it. You have been seen by many people, understood by very few, and fully known by none. That is not a wound. That is the nature of being human. The version of you that others see will always be incomplete. It will always be filtered. It will always be shaped by someone else's limitations. But the version of you that exists in the quiet space behind every performance, behind every expectation, behind every version you have ever shown the world. That version has always been whole. You were never the distorted reflection in someone else's mirror. You were always the light they were trying to see. This is the examined life. And this is only the beginning.